What's up guys, and welcome once again to another video. My name is ZoeRikardo and we have an excellent video this week. Now, as you see by the title of this video, you may be asking yourself, what is the Canon Trifecta? It's a pretty legitimate question, and you will find out in this video. Now, my Canon Trifecta basically means my 3 Canon lenses that I think everyone, who uses Canon should have in their bag. Now, this could potentially replace all other lenses that you currently own because it does cover a wide portion of focal lengths. Now, you don't have to have exactly these lenses that I'm going to mention in this video, but maybe some sort of variation of these 3 lenses. It's definitely something really good to have in your bag at all times for anything from street photography, portraits. We even have a zoom lens in this lineup. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the very first lens that we're going to be talking about. Now, we are going to start from smallest to largest. It doesn't necessarily mean anything. That's just the way that I wanted to do it. So we're going to go ahead and start off with the 85mm prime lens, and this is an f1.8. This lens is a beast, and it is also been recognized by other creators as the B-roll king, which, yes, I have no doubt about it. A lot of the B-roll in this particular video was shot using this particular lens. Now, a couple of reasons why I love this lens is, well, because first of all, it's a prime lens and it is amazing in low light. So if you're trying to do any sort of low light photography, this lens is amazing. It's also really good for portraits. If you want to get that blurry background, this is your boy. Now, you may be asking, what about the 50mm? The 50mm, it's also a great portrait lens, and it's also a great lens for you to, blur out the background. Well, that is a very good question, especially since the 50mm is not in this lineup. So the reason why I chose this one over the 50mm is because I really like the bokeh on this particular lens. Now, being 1.8 and being an 85mm, it's really awesome. That blurry background looks amazing, but it is king. It is king when it comes to low light, and it is also king when it comes to B-roll. Now, my 50mm, or at least the one that I have, it's a pretty old lens, and it's also very loud when focusing, since it is not made as this lens. This lens is amazing. It is made super well. It is, as you can see here, this is all metal, and the focusing is super silent. Very good lens all around. My 50mm, on the other hand, it's made out of plastic, and it is pretty noisy when focusing. So that is basically the only reason why the 85mm is here instead of the 50. But hey, to each his own. I really love this lens, mostly for B-roll and for low light photography. All right, so let's go ahead and move on to our second lens. All right, guys, so the second lens that we're going to be talking about, it is actually a brand new lens that I just purchased very recently, maybe like a couple of days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, and is the lens that I am currently shooting with right now. Now, you might already know, but this is the
government officials insist that this an isolated incident.
All right, welcome to the new 16-35 f4. This is the Canon L series with image stabilization. So it's nice and wide.
That's what she said.
And you can longer hear the focus. See? I can focus. I mean, you can hear it a little bit. Yeah, but you can't really hear it. Canon 16 to 35. This is the f4 version, but it does have image stabilization, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to get this lens in the first place. It's one of the reasons. The actual main reason why I switched from my Sigma, which is this one. This is a Sigma 17 to 50. It's an awesome lens, amazing lens. But the reason why I switched or I bought this new one, it was for video purposes. Now this lens, the Canon 16 to 35, awesome lens. I love that focal length. I love that focal length, and it's amazing for blogging. That's basically what it's for blogging, for making videos like these. And well, since I also like to do a lot of landscape photography, architectural photography, this lens is great for that. Super sharp. It does have that image stabilization, which allows me to blog, and you know, it's not gonna look so jittery as it did with my Sigma. Now this Sigma lens does take really awesome photos, super sharp. When it comes to video, it wasn't that good. The main reason is because the focusing mechanism inside this particular lens was super loud, and I'm sure if you go back to some of my older videos, you can definitely hear that little focusing mechanism trying to focus, and it was really loud, and I just didn't like it. I actually, you know, been looking for a lens like this, and I finally found one within my budget. As you guys know, I am a creator on a budget, and I actually got a good deal on this lens. Yes, it is the f4 version. I wish it was the f2.8, but in that particular version, this lens does not have image stabilization. So this one, it's perfect for me, for making videos and for taking photos. All right, so I really can't show it to you physically, but you're gonna see some B-roll that I shot with my 85. And now we're gonna go ahead and finish off this video. Queen, if we call this the king of B-roll, this next lens is the queen. So let's go ahead and check that lens out. All right, guys, so the very last lens in this Canon Trifecta, it is the one and only 70 to 200, and it is a beauty. Now, I love this lens. This is the lens that is actually on my camera a lot more than the 16 to 35 or my old 17 to 50. This is the lens that I shoot a lot of my photography with, and it's a lot of fun to shoot with. Why? Well, first of all, because it's a zoom lens. Now this version is the f4, but it also has image stabilization. The 2.8 version is way too expensive for me to be able to afford that lens right now. Maybe in the future I'll be able to buy that particular f2.8 version. This lens is great as it is with the f4. Amazing at night to shoot some night photography. I've shot some really awesome photos with this lens at night. I just love the compression. I love that focal length from 70 to 200. It's just a lot in there in between that you can do so much when it comes to photography, and it is also a great lens for video. I've actually shot some B-roll with this lens, and it is almost as good as my 85mm. So this lens is the queen of my Canon lenses, and this completes my Canon Trifecta. These lenses are all the lenses that I need, and it might be all the lenses that you need. So if you are even on the fence about any of these lenses, or if you are looking to buy a new lens in a specific focal focal length. I hope this video helped you guys out to kind of give you that extra nudge that you needed to go ahead and make that purchase. I will have links to all of these lenses in the description below. They're not affiliate links yet, but just so you guys can check them out and see where you can purchase these actual lenses. All right, guys, so that is pretty much for this week's video. I hope you guys got some useful information. If you did, make sure to give this video a thumbs up. That really helps out a lot. Subscribe if you're not subscribed already. Make sure you hit and smash the notification bell so you guys can get notified for future videos. And I'll see you guys next week. Be safe out there. Peace.
Clear out the room, I'm coming through. They wanna see what I'm about. Yeah, I got skills, do it for the thrill. I'm on a paper route. Extra, read about it. I'm today's trending topic.